Hello YouTube, we got a 2012 Nissan Rogue driver's door. Let me focus into that dent. It's right there. It's about a 3-inch crease. You see it running through the board right there. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start tapping on this a little bit before I bring this bottom out. Actually going to just start it right now. And what I'm going to do is grab my hammy and tappy and find the tightest part of this line. And I see that it's right up here on the edge.
Your hat's in the way.
What?
Your hat's in the way.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna barely get that edge down a little bit, where it's at the tightest point, right where it kind of seams together. And I don't want to make any divots or any, marks in it. Just finding right where those lines thin out and just breaking them open a little bit so that that metal has a little bit of room to move. Being that it's silver, highly metallic paint wants to crack more than any other paint. So now what we're going to do, got a little bit of that out and get right in behind it.
I can't do it, your head's.
I know, but I gotta dial in first. Okay, and so now, see if you can get that angle right where I'm at. I'm starting on the bottom edge of this dent here, and I'm actually just going to work the body line out first.
Yeah, the board only goes to the body line.
What's that?
Board only goes to the body line.
Okay, let's move the board.
There we go.
Do you see that better?
There you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
Okay. So now I'm going to kind of one hand this dent. And I'm just going to find that bottom edge.
Show them where you're at.
And I'm right there. Actually, where's my little tapper? I'll show you. I'm going to work this edge all the way up here. And I'm finding just that low in the center right there. And you can see that my arm is, I'm not making severe pushes. I'm basically just lifting up on this handle with my 2 fingers. And when I get that tension, I push forward a little bit to get that push. So it's kind of a wedged, angled push. And now I'm up here on the top edge, and I'm just gonna follow it up and dial it in real nice. Little movement there. Sometimes I have to use both hands to, well, you should always use both hands to actuate your pushes. I'm just using one hand because I'm filming, but here we go. I don't know if you can see this tightening up, but I'm going to finish up this middle line. I guess when I started off doing dents, this dent alone would take me about an hour and a half. Now it takes me about 5 minutes. It's just time and experience. I don't know if you can still see that in that little triangle of my arm there.
A little bit.
A little bit. Now what we're going to do is what we call cross-checking. If you look into this dent, you can see there is a little scuff. But what I want to do is I want to cross-check it so that I can look right down that line and see if there's anything at a different angle. It looks like it's pretty flat. So I'm going to come back to this angle, go even farther out, and yeah, now I see a little bit more of a wave that has to be.
Show them where the dent is.
Yeah, it's right here. Do you see that? See if you can run the camera right here where my hand is, because that's how my head's seeing it.
And the board is up too much. Can't see anything.
Well, I know, that's why I move the camera down. Let's see if that shows a little bit better. There we are. Now we're looking at right there. I'm going to get the right angle on the board so that it matches that line. A little bit more of an angle. And then you can basically see right where that line breaks out. My tool is still in the door, so I'm ready to start pushing right here. bring this whole little low up, and then we will be looking good. I don't know if I'm going to block your view here, but I'm going to just get right in on it. Make a series of fairly strong pushes. Nothing that's showing anything. They're all the size of the orange peel itself. And that's how you know you're making good solid pushes, is when the orange peel is not distinctive. You can't distinguish between what was a push and what is a piece of orange peel. That's how small you have to leave it. Now I'm going up to the top edge, right here, where it's the widest. And I'm just going to run it from the top edge down. Find that little tiny low. Really want to dial into up there, and then slowly work it down. Little bit left, right up in here. And this is where the board really comes in handy, knowing where the finite little lows are, because this board shows everything, and when I pull it off, it's visibly gone. So let's see, with an even finer angle, and I'm going to want to grab the wax. Are you catching an angle on it? Mm-hmm. Let's see if we see anything. Oh, I still see a little bit. With that finer angle, I see a little bit of dent left. And I don't even know that if we come back with a final result, if it'll look any, if you'll be able to tell the difference. I mean, we'll see here. I'm gonna actually get that little scuff off. I'm using the best compound in the world. It's called Perfect It by 3M. And it looks like that. Okay, now we're going to dial right into the top. I wouldn't say impatient, I'm just going to say fast. I'm going to make some fast pushes. And because this is such a slight area, that I really am just making baby pushes, and we're tightening it all up. It almost looks like I'm pushing too much, you know, by when you see it, it's almost out, and then I'm still pushing.
Where are you pushing?
I'm right here.
Where?
Right here.
Okay.
And this is the last little low. And now that I see we've got a little bit of a high to be able to tap down at the very end. It's a little tug. Pretty sure you wouldn't be able to catch it on camera, so I'm just going to tap it right here and flush it out right where it goes high a little bit. Happy little trees. That's the Bob Rouse. Okay guys, I think we're getting pretty close to this one. I do have one on the front fender I'll probably make a video of. It's what we call a paint cracker. And now let me see that. Here we are. Let's see if we can get a good line on it. The dent was right. Let's back up. Zoom in and focus. Oh, was that far back? Okay. So let's zoom in and focus. It's still there. A little tiny bit. You see that? It's weird how I can see it through the camera better than... No, I can see it in real life too. Here. If you want to hold this real quick, I'm going to finish that. And if you can actually catch that little triangle, I know it's really tough to see.
I can't do it because your shoulders are
No, I know. I just have to get my stuff in place. Okay, let's see. Can you get it now?
Where's the dent?
Right here.
Yeah, I can't get that low with the board.
Okay.
Because your shoulders in the way.
Okay. Well, you can go around and see the other side of me and see.
I was trying to use the windows.
Yeah. I mean, basically, we're to that finite point that.
So where you're at?
I'm right here. But it would be really tough to get a visual of what I'm doing right now. This might be that stuff that somebody's gonna have to have the actual over-the-shoulder training to see the finite pushes on a finished result. But as far as what we're looking at, guys, here's what we got. We got the end result on the dent, and let me look at it with that natural lighting. Yeah, there's a little wave to it. I see that wave. Yep, and I see that wave in the... Just barely, I see that wave. Let's, if you stand right here, pretty sure you can get it. And this is, your fingers in front of it. This is where we get down to really making it perfect. I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna take this little highbrow out at the end. I know you can't see. Flattened it out. And then I'm going to finish it off. I'd say about 10 or 15 pushes I could make and actually get that. It's such a tight angle when you get down to the end, guys, that you basically have to have your face on the car like mine is here, and to be able to see the very finest of angles. Usually when somebody's looking down a car or looking to buy a car or looking at a new car that they're going to buy, they're not going to stick their face on it to see if there's any dents. So if I can get them out to the point that the basic wave looks just like the orange peel itself, then basically it's undistinguishable. And this is an older car. It I don't know if you actually saw the front edge right here, but it had a little previous work on it that wasn't done that well. We're gonna do what we can for this door though and make it right, because it needs to come out good. And I'd say another 10 to 20 seconds of me pushing down here, and I will. Yeah, that looks really good. Let me just give you guys a final look-ski-doodle. There's the natural light right through it. Now let's find a board, put the board through it. Yeah, it's tough to focus. Let's focus here. There we go. It looks pretty good. Like I always say, it's the difference between a dent and no dent. It'd be extremely difficult for somebody to find that. I think there is maybe a 2% wave there that's still kind of visible to a show car eye, but I think we did good for the old 2012 Nissan Rogue. If you guys like what you see, make sure you hit that like button and feel free to subscribe. It's always free and you get to see when I got new content coming out. PDR signing out. Peace.